This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman with Nermeen Sheikh.
A State Department official working on human rights issues in the Middle East resigned Wednesday in protest against U.S. support for Israel's assault on Gaza. Anel Sheline worked as a foreign affairs officer in the Bureau of Democracy, Human Rights and Labour for a year before publicly resigning. In an op-ed published in CNN, she wrote, quote, "For the past year, I worked for the office devoted to promoting human rights in the Middle East. I believe strongly in the mission and in the important work of that office. However, as a representative of a government that is directly enabling what the International Court of Justice has said could plausibly be a genocide in Gaza, such work has become almost impossible."
Anel Sheline joins us now from Washington, D.C. Anel, welcome to Democracy Now! Can you tell us further about the decision you made?
Thanks so much for having me and for your coverage of this issue. I hadn't initially planned to resign publicly. I hadn't been at State for very long, and I didn't think it would necessarily matter. But I decided to go public because when I started to tell colleagues that I was planning to resign over Gaza, so many people's response was, "Please speak out, please speak for us." Many people are not in a position where they feel they could resign, or they are trying to do what they can on the inside. There's still a lot of important, crucial work the State Department does. And so I decided I would go ahead and go public. I spoke with supervisors. I was able to speak with a senior official about my resignation. I think at the end of the day, many people inside State know that this is a horrific policy and can't believe that the United States government is engaged in such actions that contravene American values so directly, but the leadership is not listening. Sorry. That post, I think, spoke to me and many people who had to really look at what they were doing and whether, for me, I have a young daughter, and I thought about in the future, if she were to ask me, what were you doing when this was happening? You were at the State Department. I want to be able to tell her that I didn't stay silent. And I know many people who are deeply affected by those words that Aaron Bushnell posted. And I do think people are trying to do what they can. There is still very important work being done inside the State Department. But I do think until our top levels of leadership are ready to make a change, there's very little that the rank and file are able to do.